difficult it could be. There's a lot of guilt that comes with it. I would say shame.
Just a lot of up and downs, you know, like disappointment, like you said.
Because, hey guys.
What's up, y'all? How's it going?
So welcome back. It's been a while. We think it's time to give the people an update of what's been going on in the Kitchen Rose land. So where do we start? First of all, today is last day of Ramadan. Woo!
Yeah, thank God.
So yep, thank God we made it to the last day of Ramadan. Happy Eid Mubarak. You may or may not know, Olisa is Muslim, celebrates Ramadan. I decided to, this is my 3rd year, I decided to do it with him just because that month means so much to him, to our family. It's the month of blessings, it's the month of giving. What else can you say?
The holy month, the holiest month out of the year. You know.
I'm still learning, fasting sun up to sundown, but most importantly it's about faith, right? Strengthening your faith when it comes to any fasting across any religion, any belief. When you fasting, most of the time it's for to build your faith in God. And I honestly see, as a Christian woman, I've learned so much from him. I see how, you know, his faith, how far his faith has brought him. He's so very disciplined, and so many things that I witnessed from him, I know it comes from his faith, and I definitely am happy to be on this journey. Okay, so where have we been?
Nowhere. Life have been lifing, like they say. We've been busy with our careers and having our parents come stay with us, like visiting us, not staying.
Right. The family, we had family in and out.
Yeah, that's what we've been doing.
Yeah, that's what we've been doing. Yeah, anyways, our 4th anniversary is coming up. And of course, we get a lot of questions. So you have kids, when you're gonna have kids? And you know, that's one of those topics that usually comes right after, you know, marriage, right? So if you guys don't know our story, we got married legally in the US of A. Due to COVID, we had a legal wedding here in 2020, and then we had already planned a destination wedding in Mexico. So right after a Mexico wedding, that's when we were kind of like, okay, you know, we're in a good space. We also purchased our first home. So that year it was a lot. 2021, we could definitely say it was a lot, but it was a great year. So at the end of that, we were just like, okay, well, I guess what's the next step is, you know, starting a family. So we decided to just go ahead and just do some testing just to see where we are. At that point I was in my mid-30s, so I was like, you know what, let me just, you know, see everything is good. So I went to my doctor first, and she's like, you know, get your husband a referral just to see. Anyways, so long story short, we're gonna share a little bit of our fertility journey, and it's important for us to share, and we've taken some time out and, you know, process on our own. We haven't been too eager to share that part of our lives yet, because if you're going through this journey, you understand how difficult it could be. There's a lot of guilt that comes with it. I would say shame, because, you know, a lot of times you figure out, okay, what's wrong, you know, there's something wrong with us. Disappointment, I would say. What else do you think that comes with that fertility journey? And by the way, we say fertility journey because we do not claim infertility, and I'll tell you guys why. We do not claim infertility. We believe in the power of the tongue. We do not claim infertility. This is our fertility journey. So yeah. What else would you say comes with that journey of trying to start a family and, you know?
I would just say just a lot of up and downs, you know, like disappointment, like you said, and then being able to deal with your emotions as well, because you have some highs, you have some lows. Probably you want it to happen, and God is saying like not yet, and yeah, I mean, we went and did all the testing that we could. Nothing is like really wrong anywhere or anything like that. So it's just kind of like just up to like, okay, God's winning on God's timing.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, it's really hard because we want something now. And in a way, God is like, no, not yet. You're not ready for it, or you're not there yet. And then it's just tough to accept. But at the same time, there's nothing you could do. God's timing is the perfect timing. So no matter what the doctors are telling you, God still has like the final say and everything. So I mean, we just kind of waiting on that, and just keep doing what we're doing. Changing our diets, lifestyle as well. That's been key. A few months ago, we thought we was healthy, but we really wasn't. Borderline diabetic. So that was good to like find out. So we could change our diet around a little bit, and yes, I mean that's what we've been doing. We've just been staying ready, like they said, so you ain't gotta get ready. So that's what we've been doing, and we letting our fate, lead us.
Yes. Take it back. 2020, the end of 2021, after the wedding, we did the testing. Then 2022, get into early 2022, there are some changes that happened. And we were faced with a decision. Like, the doctors that we saw, well, it was just one doctor. His only recommendation was to do fertility treatments because there was no explanation for why we were unable to conceive. And by medically, they said if you cannot successfully get pregnant within 6 months, that's considered, fertility issues. So we were faced with the decision, do we want to go all the way through with the fertility? And then, so at the end of the day, Ola he was more worried about me and, the thought of going through that process of fertility treatment, what it would do on my body. And he was very concerned about that. So at the end of the day, the decision was he placed it. It was our decision, but at the end of the day, he wanted to make sure that I was okay with it. So at first I was like, oh, let's do it. Like, come on, like, this is time. This is perfect timing. I have my timeline, married, house, baby, we're ready to go. But after 2 consultations with the fertility clinic, it just didn't feel right. It just felt like everything was just rushed. It felt very transactional. And I decided, I called you up when I had the consultation with the nurse. I called you up. I was like, you know what? I think your concerns were right. I guess he felt it in his spirit that it wasn't, it wasn't the right, at the time, it wasn't the right route to take. So I called him up right away, and I was like, yeah, I think you're right. It does not feel right. It was a hard decision for me to make. But it felt good. Rushed, and it was being so stressful. Told that it was taking on him, the worrying, the constant testing, and I was like, you know what? If we believe in God and we believe our journey is on God's timing, like even our entire journey, it's like it's God. Like, yep. If you guys don't know us, like, we met in Peru, of all places. We met each other in Peru. Had a long distance relationship for almost 5 years, and it was a beautiful relationship. Still is. And I feel like if everything is just so perfect, where does God come in? If we come on here and be like, oh, yep, we met this, we met a Tinder, we got married, we did a long distance relationship, life is good, I'm so happy. Where does God, we always give God credit, but really, where does God fit in all of this? I'm not saying God gives us struggle just to give him praise, but at the end of the day, I feel like we go through challenges to make sure we continue to put him in the center of our plans, in the center of, you know, our lives. So I think this is the biggest thing for us. It's like really testing our faith in God. And trust me, it has not been easy. So it's been 2 years since we like, you know what, let's just stop everything. Let's just wait on God's timing. And I can't believe it's 2 years already. It's been 2 years. It's been time fly. And till this day, yes, every month there are times I'm very discouraged, and you know, every month, you know, I go through my PMS, you know, cycle and the emotions, but at the end of the day, like, I still have 1,000% faith in God that in his timing that it's going to be perfect. But I still battle my flesh. I still battle like, oh, I want this right now. Oh, everyone is getting pregnant. Why can't we get pregnant? That's a whole nother thing. As the last day of Ramadan 2024, we were back at the doctor's. Ola has his appointments today. We just finished one. It was great because I feel I'm sorry, man. You didn't communicate your last I feel like he didn't communicate what the doctors told him the last time, which was 2 years ago. The doctor's like, oh, 2 years ago you were here, your last appointment, everything was fine, everything was great. What's happening? We're like, nothing. So, but anyways, it was good to know that we did left off on a good note, and we feel like we're probably healthier now than we were 2 years ago. So yeah, so we're back on the journey. Ola has his appointments today. Mine is in a few weeks. I'm trying out new doctors, new gynecologists. Yeah, and maybe we go down the fertility route again, but we're just doing a base test again to see where we are 2 years later, and just to encourage everyone that
that's on this journey.
Yeah, if you're on this journey, just, I don't even know what to say. What would I tell someone who's on this journey? It's like,
just hang in there. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep having keep trusting God. Right? He will never give you more than you can handle. Remember that He loves you. It's all part of it. It's all part of His plan. At the end of the day. So yeah, don't try to rush it. Just enjoy the time and be thankful through the ups and the downs. Yes,
and and one thing I can say I'm so thankful for is our relationship. This journey has definitely strengthened our bond. It has strengthened our communication. It has strengthened the way that we express ourselves, because again, it's a tough journey, and also it could feel isolating because you don't want to put too much on your partner or say too much. So there are times we were holding things in, but we've learned the last 2 years, we have learned to just be very open about this journey. And I understand that we handle things differently. My way to handle things, I could be joking around. Hindsight, I could laugh. For me, I could laugh through things, dance through things. Ola's more of like a centered in his head, like, you know, don't bother me type of person. But we respect how we learn how to respect each other's way of processing. I would encourage that you share with someone or a group of people who you feel like who's really going to hold space for you throughout this journey, because it's not easy. So if you guys want to know a little bit more of our fertility journey, we really don't know how much we're going to share. We don't even know if we're going to post this video. Yes, we just always hope that our story inspire other people and help other people, other couples. Yep. So that's our reason for sharing. So that's it for now, guys. We'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao. Let us know, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know if you... Bye.
Bye. Later.